Antoinette was a woman defined by her unwavering love and devotion for Henry, a man she once believed would always protect and cherish her. Yet fate had conspired against her from the start. Even as she poured every ounce of passion into their marriage, Antoinette was haunted by the harsh ultimatum from her mother-in-law, Marianne. If she failed to produce an heir within 3 years, she would be cast aside. This cruel decree set in motion a series of events that would forever alter her life, leaving her trapped under impossible expectations. One fateful night, with divorce papers looming and her heart heavy with despair, Antoinette begged Henry for one final night of intimacy before she would be forced to let go. That bittersweet evening was filled with tender touches and whispered goodbyes, a desperate attempt to cling to the love they once shared, even as the specter of separation loomed large. However, the night did little to ease the underlying pain, and soon, the distance between them grew even wider. Tormented by conflicting emotions and under the relentless pressure from his mother, Henry resolved to erase the painful memories of their past. In a secret and calculated move, he began forcing Antoinette to take memory-suppressing drugs. Presented as a remedy for her amnesia, these pills were, in fact, a sinister tool designed to obliterate any recollection of Marianne's harsh ultimatum and the divorce that followed her failure to conceive. With each dose, the vivid tapestry of her past faded further into a haze, leaving behind a woman whose identity was slowly being erased. Despite the false comfort provided by Henry's tender gestures, morning bouquets, lovingly prepared meals, and whispered reassurances, Antoinette felt an unsettling emptiness. She sensed that something vital was being stolen from her, the memories that defined who she was. Driven by an inner turmoil she could no longer ignore, she decided to stop taking the pills, determined to reclaim the fragments of her lost past even if it meant confronting the pain that lay hidden within. Her journey toward the truth began during a modest trip to a small town, where she wandered through quaint shops and bustling stalls. It was there, at a local pharmacy, that a compassionate doctor treated a wounded young boy and inadvertently became her confidant. In a quiet moment away from prying ears, Antoinette revealed the small capsule prescribed by Henry's family doctor. With a furrowed brow and gentle urgency, the doctor explained the horrifying truth. The medication was not meant to heal her memory but was an expensive, exclusive drug designed to suppress it, keeping the painful past permanently at bay. Stunned and betrayed, Antoinette's heart shattered as the full weight of Henry's deception came crashing down upon her. The man she had once trusted completely had manipulated her mind, ensuring that the agony of a rejected promise and the cold tyranny of Marianne's decree would never resurface. Determined to reclaim her true self, she resolved to let her memories return, no matter how painful they might be. In a desperate bid to mask his guilt and preserve his crumbling world, Henry orchestrated a lavish remarriage at an exquisite beach resort. Surrounded by pristine white sands and a resplendent sunset, vows were exchanged in a ceremony designed to forge new, happier memories. The romantic spectacle was meant to signal a fresh start, yet for Antoinette, the beauty of the scene was marred by the painful knowledge of what had been lost and manipulated. After the seaside ceremony, the couple settled into a secluded countryside home, a picturesque retreat that belied the inner turmoil roiling within Antoinette. Though Henry continued to shower her with daily tokens of affection, bouquets at sunrise, carefully prepared meals, and mysterious baskets of fruit left at their door, each gesture served as a reminder of the secrets lurking behind their seemingly idyllic life. With every basket delivered, whether filled with mangoes, apples, or even a celebratory cake, Antoinette felt both gratitude and growing suspicion. Was Henry's love genuine, or was it a carefully constructed ruse designed to keep her docile and forgetful? The tension between them reached a fever pitch during a quiet breakfast shared with her dear friend Ava. As Henry pleaded for another chance, his eyes glistening with remorse, he admitted that he had forced her to take those memory-suppressing pills out of a misguided desire to spare her the pain of the past. Though his voice trembled with regret, the revelation only deepened Antoinette's inner conflict. Torn between the remnants of a love that had once burned brightly and the sting of betrayal that now tainted every memory, she felt herself drifting further from the man she once adored. Then came the unanticipated revelation that upended everything. Antoinette discovered she was pregnant. Rather than igniting pure joy, the news compounded her complex emotions. Soon, she would give birth not to one child, but to twins, a boy and a girl, each representing both a promise of new beginnings and a living testament to the sacrifices and deceptions that had marred their marriage. With the reality of impending motherhood settling in, Antoinette was forced to confront the duality of her existence. the tender hope of a future with her children against the bitter legacy of manipulation and deceit. In the sterile corridors of the hospital, amid the hum of machines and the echo of labor pains, Antoinette endured the excruciating process of childbirth. The raw intensity of the experience stripped away the layers of induced amnesia, revealing the full extent of her suffering. When the doctor finally announced the birth of the twins, tears streamed down her face. The innocent cries of the newborns underscored the fragile beauty of life emerging from a shattered past. For a brief, heart-wrenching moment, as Henry leaned in to kiss her forehead, Antoinette felt a stirring of the love they once shared, a fleeting reminder of what might have been. In the days and weeks that followed, as the demands of caring for two fragile lives overwhelmed them both, the mystery of the past continued to haunt Antoinette. The delivery of mysterious baskets and the persistent gestures of affection from Henry could no longer conceal the truth that was reawakening in her mind. In the quiet solitude of the night, under the soft glow of the moon on their balcony, Henry would gently ask if she truly loved him, if the man who had manipulated her memories could ever be redeemed. In those moments, the silence between them spoke volumes, as Antoinette's heart wrestled with the weight of forgiveness and the lingering scars of betrayal. One poignant evening, as the cool night air wrapped around them and the stars bore silent witness to their shared sorrows, Antoinette, her voice trembling with both resolve and vulnerability, implored Henry to marry her once again. This third marriage, held in a modest, intimate ceremony, was not a celebration of naive happiness, but a solemn pledge to rebuild their lives on a foundation of truth, mutual respect, and forgiveness. It was a desperate bid to transform the shattered remnants of their past into a future where love could heal even the deepest wounds. As they embarked on this new chapter, Antoinette came to understand that true healing did not lie in erasing the past, but in embracing every moment, joyful or sorrowful, that had led her to this point. Though the memories of manipulation and cruelty still lingered, they no longer had the power to define her. Instead, each scar served as a reminder of her strength and resilience, a testament to the courage it took to reclaim her identity and to build a future free from the lies of yesterday. In the gentle light of early mornings and the quiet moments of reflection, Henry and Antoinette began to forge a new understanding. They acknowledged the mistakes of the past and vowed to nurture their love with honesty and care. Their twins, symbols of both hope and the cost of deception, filled their home with laughter and joy, slowly mending the fractures in their hearts. Together, they learned that forgiveness was not an act of forgetting, but a courageous declaration of faith in a future where love, despite its painful history, could bloom anew. Thus, amid the lingering echoes of regret and the tender promise of redemption, Antoinette stepped forward into a future where the lessons of the past became the foundation for a life defined by authenticity, hope, and the enduring power of love. With Henry by her side, humbled by remorse, yet striving to be better for their family, she embraced the possibility of healing and the promise of a new beginning, one where every whispered vow and every shared silence paved the way toward a life worth living.